Today is a significant day in the progress of the bus restoration. Well, not quite restoration, but whatever it is. Because after, when did it go in? April, and it's now July. Yeah. So the bus has been sat with the fabricator, and 3 or 4 batches of working invoices later, we're finally getting the bus back today. Yeah. So we're going to go down this morning and arrange for it to be delivered, because it's still not running properly. We're going to have it back on our drive, so not done any updates for a long time. What's been done?
So in terms of work, we'll do a quick walk around of the bus when we get it back.
We'll probably edit over this with some pictures, because James at the shop's taken a load of pictures.
Has. So we have all of the windowsills that were initially rotted away.
Well,
We've had those, both of the back ones, they've all been replaced. We've had one of the main cross beams on the driver's side of the bus was actually unattached to the other crossing braces, so that has been replaced. We've had part of the flooring replaced, the back of the chair, back of the driver's seat, that was all rotted away, if you can remember from previous video. We've had the panel underneath that would go under the rock and roll bed, that's been replaced. We've had a new wheel drum.
What they call it? I can't remember what it's called now.
Yeah, he called it something, but it's like the drum over the wheel. That's been replaced. So now we've got a lot of work has been done on it to make it actually sturdy and safe.
But more importantly, it's in a position now where we can actually work on it, so we just need to paint the inside and the windowsills, and we can put the windows back in and seal it up.
And then once we've done that, we can work on the electrics.
It's effectively a waterproof van. Yeah, and we can crack on now.
With the electrics and other bits, but there's definitely a lot of prep still to do, especially in terms of the metal work that he's completed.
Yeah, we've got to paint and sort of decide how we're going to match the paint scheme. So we've sort of been suggested to do black underspray and then yellow over the top, which is one of the colours that the bus has been in the past, and then sort of scuff it and buff it back so it looks like, you know, the different colours have come through at some period in time. So we'll see how that looks, and then failing that we might just put some more rust paint over it. But anyway, progress. We can continue.
We've made
another video.
Yay. Good old Rusty. So, what's changed? We've had a replacement here.
Well, go underneath because those new sills
and in this wheel tub here has all been done. We've got a brand new sill underneath as well, which you can't see, but it's basically, see if I can get a shot. A cross beam here, it's been replaced. I have got a photo of it and it's been done. This bottom sill as well has been done. The whole bottom section of this panel has been done. As you can see from the paint job, we have the rear wheel and rear drum have been done. Still got a few bits in there because, you know, it's the nature of Rusty. But the main things are, you'll notice back of the driver's chair where there's a big hole all down this side here. In fact, I'll come around the other side and get a better angle. That's all been done. New floor panel here. Sorry, UK weather, it's starting to rain. New floor panel, new back box, new tub. Couldn't remember what it's called the other day. That bit there. And then you'll notice that on these, the window seals, or sills, the seals are coming to the right. The window sills here, which were completely rusted and destroyed, have been replaced on both sides. I don't know if you can tell, but this is the typical UK weather. So the second we get the van back, we have a rainstorm, which is just great because we haven't got the seals in yet. Seals arrive tomorrow, and that's what we're doing then. So I've had a fair bit of work done on her. It's cost a fair bit. As you can tell, there's still a lot of rust and a lot of rusty. But in terms of work that's been done, so we got the door. So yeah, we've got a new panel. It goes along here. This middle bit, new tub, all of that section. Underneath this floor panel, the crossbeam that was along there, that had all rotted out, so that was replaced. The bottom section panel there, and all of this frame here, and the back of the driver's seat. I'll put some comparison photos up of each item so you can see what it was before and after. So yeah, tomorrow's job is putting the seals around the windows and putting the windows back in. We've got them for the front and the back as well. And then that should hopefully get us watertight. And then we can look at starting to do the electrics. Side bits need to go on as well. Kind of. Haven't even thought about doing the chairs or the upholstery or any of those bits as of yet. And of course, we've got to get it running properly, which is kind of the main priority at this stage. I think it's an auto choke problem, but we will wait and see. The fabricator who did the bodywork for us has done this sort of scuffed up rough paint job to sort of blend the window seals in a bit with us. Not sure if you can see, but he's put like a spattering of black on there to make it look a little bit older and more weathered. It's not quite a perfect match, but then again, let's be honest, none of the van is a perfect match. So we're going to look at scuffing that up and sort of blending it in a bit more. I think any good suggestions on what to do to create a rust look without having the actual rust will be greatly received. And yeah, Rusty's back. So we decided to take this seal off.
Well, I didn't want to.
Well, Chris didn't want to, but I said to. Because we're getting replacement seals tomorrow, and it's very perished. But given what we found under those window seals when we sent it in last time, now eagle-eyed people will understand that we probably should have taken this out already while it was in the fabricators, but hindsight's a beautiful thing. And we're just idiots. So we are now attempting to get this window seal out, replace it. So it answers on a postcard the condition this is going to be in when we get it out.
Water just came oozing out of that.
So history is not on our side. Can I do that, please? Because I'm not being funny. You have your hand in a cast. It's probably not good that you're using a standard blade. And towards me as well.
Right.
Yeah, this is going to be another onion moment. Right, okay.
finally lots of work getting done again today, and this is the colour that we've gone for. It's going to be the backdrop in the interior is going to be this anthracite or anthracite grey, and I anticipate the majority of it will be hidden, but anywhere that's metal and shows will be this. What do we think, Michelle? Lots to do today.
Lots to do today. Lots to hopefully get it watertight.
We're basically going to try and get, well, we're not painting all the inside of this today, but it will be, that's kind of one of the jobs. At the moment we're getting the windows in because we've got all new window seals, and that's why we're sort of focusing on the edges here first. Get new window seals in, make the bus watertight, and then yeah, there's a whole host of jobs to do after that, but today's focus is windows sealed, and then start a bit of painting on the inside, and then it's electrics, isn't it?
Yeah, electrics will be, as soon as we're watertight we can get those electrics in, and once we've got that, then
we're all rock and rolling. But yeah, a lot of work to do. We've had to patch a few little bits on the front window with filler, with Bondo, and hopefully the window goes back in, and it's still got a decent enough edge. We've never done the windows before, so a little bit daunting, but there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Yeah, a little bit nervous, to be honest, about putting especially the front window. All being well.
Today's video is sponsored by Thatchers.
Well, yeah, drinking Thatchers today. Bog standard generic cloudy cider for anyone. Well, I assume, is it European or?
This is Somerset British.
Yeah, okay, so probably available in the UK. Not a bad drink. What would you say is a session cider? Quite low.
Only
4.5% volume. Yes. Anyway, let's get back to it. So we're installing the new window at the front, and found a few patches where it's going to require a bit of Bondo, a bit of rust around the sill, which we missed when it was in the body shop because basically we didn't take the front window out and kind of chanced it, but nevertheless we've had to patch a few bits, and now we're just thinking about the solution for paint matching. So obviously it's not a conventional paint, you can't just pick a colour and spray it. So if I just spin that around, well, what we've done also, we've painted this front bit here like the back of the dash, and then these bits we sort of sprayed anthracite grey to go back in, which is going to colour code with the inside. But for the colour matching, we've sort of sanded it back, and we don't want this white Bondo colour, so that's been black undercoated, and then we just blasted it with a bit of yellow. And then what we're going to do is sand it back and see what happens. Trying a few test pieces on the door here as well, because it's been various colours throughout its lifetime, the van has. Obviously, as you can see, yellow was one of those colours and is kind of prominent in the front, and under here on the fuel cap there. So yeah, what we're going to do is, I don't want to see that overspray, but we're going to sand it back and hit it with a couple of grades of sandpaper, or maybe go over that yellow with another grey, and once it's dry obviously, and then sand it hard so that we can hopefully have the grey and then some of the yellow showing through, and then the black, and then maybe some bare metal which will just rust out. So that's kind of what we're doing, and obviously you can see we've like masked all this off, so hopefully there's enough of a lip on there to get the window back in. I mean, it's not an ideal fix, but in an ideal world we'll take out the whole piece and have it a new panel fitted, the same as we've done on the back windows there. We're sort of past that point now, and the amount of money that's been thrown at this is not infinite, even though it's cost way more than we wanted it to, and we're definitely past the point of no return. We're going to try and do things, let's not say cut corners or budget, but you know, we'll try the alternative short-term fixes first, and then with a long-term view of maybe getting this panel replaced. But with that front there, essentially for me, that and the back panel are what makes the van. So to replace that, and then you've just got a poor condition bus really, so we need to keep that and try and make what we can out of it. So we'll update later and see how it looks when the window's back in. I just had to hit record button again because I've buffed this back just while it was still partially wet with a kind of just fine grit paper. What number is that? 280. And this is how it looks. So bearing in mind those bits at the back are going to be covered by the seal, how good does that blend? That is way better than I'd expected. Like, I'm super happy with that.
Yeah, no, that looks really good.
We've got that bit of white Bondo there, but other than that, I can sort of stand back and look at that. Again, bearing in mind that most of that yellow is going to be hidden by the seal. That looks so good, doesn't it?
I like it.
Super happy. And the dash with these, I don't know, these sort of like vent covers back on. Very cool.
Okay, so just getting ready to put the side windows in now. You notice we've done a bit of priming and painting inside just to clean it up a bit. So, yes, it is a rust wagon, but yes, we want it to be safe. Having said that, as Chris said, there is not an infinite pot of money. So, some jobs we're having to park for now, and we will do them at a later stage. But right now the priority for the van has changed somewhat, and we just want to get it so that we can actually use it, because whilst it would be nice to do a full nut and bolt restoration, you know, it is a 50-year-old van. It is pretty rusty, and to be fair, that's kind of the aesthetic that we like on it. What we don't want is for it to be unsafe or unroadworthy. So we have done a lot of fabrication. Well, James at Second Chance Restorations has done a lot of fabrication for us, and then some of the smaller bits we have done ourselves. Next stage is to put these 4 back windows in. Not gonna lie, the windscreen at the front was horrible. It was horrible. It probably took 4, maybe 5 hours in total to install, spread across one afternoon and the following morning. To be fair, it could probably do with a new panel at the front there, but again, that's, as Chris said before, the front is one of the bits that we really do like about it. So where we can, we are saving and keeping what we can. So yeah, probably would have been an easier fit if that had been a brand new panel, but it's actually gone in very well, really, and certainly is a lot better than the porous seals that were on it previously, and will protect this beautiful front so that it lives for hopefully a few more years. We're doing some repair work to this back panel underneath the fuel filler cap there. There were some holes in it, and we've used like fiberglass style poly filler to go in it. Now it's currently waiting sanding, and we'll then have the paint work done in a similar way to the top there. So yes, that's it so far. We'll put a nice little video in, hopefully, of us getting the windows in, providing there's no catastrophes. Thanks for that. Knowing this van, there'll probably be some. Back here, we have the windows that we took out of the van. Having said that, they are filthy and they need a darn good clean. So, these are all out the way. Next thing I'm going to do, is give these a clean up. Ready. So that's, if you can read my rubbish handwriting, DSM, driver's side, middle. That's what that means. So yes, driver's side, middle is the first one we are going to be fitting. Okay, so quick tip, if you are having to remove sticky stuff like this in the corner here, a little tip to get it off if you don't already know it, but little squirts of WD-40 or the Teflon T9 spray, and that will come straight off. Okay, look at that. If I had more WD-40, it would come off a lot easier, but this is very good lasting this time. So yeah, WD-40 or Teflon T9 spray really does get rid of the sticky stuff. So if I've got enough to just do this little bit, just to show it on the camera. There we go, squirts there. Give it a moment. Whoop. Wow. There you go. You really do not need much of it to get it off either, which is good because let's be honest, there's a good chance you get through a lot of WD-40 anyway, especially if it's an old one like rusty. So, yeah, preferably not a can that is, you know, dying like this one. Don't die. Too late. It's definitely gone dead. There we go. J11042, is that right?
Yeah, they're all J1.
There's one that isn't because that'll be the rear tailgate one. So that should be that one.
That's 04.
Yeah, that's 04. Tailgate. So these are the 4 seals, so soak it in some water. Soapy water. Hot soapy water. Try and make it more bendable. This is where it's going to be going. Rear passenger seal is now in. You see? Now, eagle-eyed viewers will note that this is not the driver's side middle that I was cleaning earlier, or that we put the seal on, and you'll see it's actually not in there either. Because unfortunately we made a bit of a boo-boo.
No, we didn't. The seal kit was...
Okay, well the seal kit was incorrect. So the seals for the middle window there and the door here
not the same as the back.
are not the same as the back. The ones that we've received with the kit are too big. And the seal fits here, and it also fits at the back here. But we found that the back window on the driver's side and the middle window on the passenger side actually have a quarter window on them, which we totally forgot about, which is
Rusted beyond.
yeah, which is typical rusty style, dead beyond belief. So we have fitted the only one that we're able to, which is the back passenger side for now, but it is in. It was a lot easier than the front window, and now that we've finished fitting that seal, it's time for a well-earned drink, which today's van restoration is sponsored by
Dragon soup. Comes in various flavours. Only way to describe this is a high strength alcoholic energy drink. a bit nasty to drink, but they do various flavours. Probably good for a day after a drinking session to cure your hangover, or maybe one or two if you're feeling fruity. But yeah,
Are you feeling fruity?
We've got the strawberry and lime, and we've got some red colas in the fridge, and I think there's about 10 or so flavours. But go and try a dragon soup. It's good for you.
So yes, not quite the progress we'd have hoped to do this weekend. We wanted to have all the seals in, but now we're going to have a rethink on what we're going to do with the windows, whether we look at getting the quarter window for the rear or a replacement one for the rear. Obviously going to have to get seals that are going to fit in the middle.
We've got a louvre window to replace the quarter.
Thinking that we're going to get a louvre window for the one with the quarter window in. So yeah,
only 2 out of the 6 windows that we'd anticipated on changing, and now we've got to go and buy more stuff.
Woohoo.
So if you fancy doing a project like this, be prepared to spend lots of money, because unless you can do absolutely everything yourself and you're a genius in the workshop and you've got loads and loads of spare parts, then yeah, it's going to be a money pit, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we don't mind, because we're enjoying every minute of it.
Yay.
And it'll be worth it in the end.
It will be worth it in the end, yes. But yes, inside is actually looking a lot better anyway. It's looking a lot cleaner, a lot tidier. It is slowly getting there, but as always, it's just such a slow process. One day we will be driving it round. We will be taking it out.
Our aim is to go to BuzzFest 2025.
Yes, the goal is BuzzFest 2025.
No, not BuzzFest, Camper Jam.
Camper Jam rather, 2025. Have it
for the weekend.
Have it fit enough for us to at least spend the weekend.
One of the show vans.
Yes, if we can get the inside done and everything, we would like to have it as a show van.
So watch this space.
So yeah, watch this space. And if you happen to go to Camper Jam, keep an eye out for us in 2025. You probably won't see us.
We'll be on the day ticket without a van.
Or pulled over at the side of the road, broken down. We're not sure yet. But that seal looks lovely now. Look at that. Like a glove. Beautiful. So, how did fitting the windows go, Chris?
Really well. It was easier than I anticipated. And I don't know what all the fuss is about when it says that it's a ball ache to fit windows, because it only took us about an hour to do each window, and there was 4 of us, and we all ached afterwards, and we've got cuts and bruises on our arms and hands where we were hammer fisting the window to get it in. We didn't break the glass, which is good.
No, we didn't. We actually got 2 windows in.
The issue we had is that we didn't remember that we have split screen windows, so it's like quarter panel of the window. So what we've had to do is we've put 2 solid pieces in here, and then for the other side we're going to have to buy a louvre window and another solid piece of glass. And the reason we can't reuse the quarter panels is because they're absolutely rusted to hell, and I don't even remember taking them out, do you?
I don't, actually, thinking about it, like I can't remember them. And looking at the price of getting new replacements online, I think we can get a second-hand louvre window to fit in. that middle one. Plus that'll
It's
be
going to
better
need
as
it
well.
because we haven't got any ventilation now
Yeah.
apart from the front windows. And as you said, that's going to be the cooker on that side. So we'll have the
It is, yeah.
louvre window for the cooker, and then another solid piece at the back. So the seals fit. But what we didn't realise as well is that the middle and the back are two different sizes because they've got the same
part number.
Yeah, the same part number, but they're actually different. So be
Yeah,
aware of that.
yeah. We bought the set from
Thinking
Campers.
that they were all the same.
Yeah, so they all had the same part number. I can't remember what it was, J10042 or whatever it was.
They're definitely
But
not.
they're actually the middle one and the rear one are different
Slightly-
sizes,
The
which
middle's
makes
slightly
sense.
smaller than the back one.
Yeah, which actually makes sense because the windows are different
Yeah, we just didn't realise it.
sizes. Anyway, we got 2 in, which is more than we thought we were going to get in.
Yeah, because the windows are so clean, the video might not pick it up, but actually those are all glass. And look at that seal. Beautiful seal. Oh, so sexy.
It's so sexy. So yes, we have 2 windows in. We have a front windscreen in. So we're halfway through. We've got 3 out of 6. We haven't done the rear window.
No, we're not going to do that till we've sealed up the rest.
We're going to wait until these ones are in. So we need to sort out those. But we don't have to get more seals at least.
No
which
more
is
seals.
A good thing.
We just need 2 more windows.
We just need 2 more windows that are going to fit in those holes. And preferably one of them opening because, yeah, otherwise we're not going to have any ventilation.
On
the
a
back
day
of the
like
wall.
this, you'll be dying.
Oh, God, yeah.
Or you can just open up the back because it doesn't even lock shut, so you can just do that.
Just drive along with that open, it'll be fine.
Yeah, cool.
Yay!
That's it. A whole, well, it's not. I would say like two days spent replacing what 3 or 4 windows probably.
2 days doing the seals and all the prep work.
If you're planning on changing all the seals for the windows on your bus, I would plan a whole weekend for it and have at least 3 people, absolute minimum.
Minimum a weekend, minimum 3 people.
You need 2 people or probably 3 people on the outside, 1 or 2 holding it and another one hitting it in place, and then somebody on the inside with the paracord.
I wonder if the paracord we got is a bit too thick as well.
Maybe. It's not an easy job.
It isn't, no. It was an accident.
But it's 2 more to go.
3 if we include.
But it
the
looks
rear
amazing
one.
now. It makes the world of difference having clean seals on the outside.
It does. It really does make it.
Helps with the look that we're going for.
And the inside is slowly coming along, so
We're just doing a bit of cleaning now. And we've sort of prepped and sprayed the inside. What's next now? I mean, we just get those last 2 windows in and then we're going to focus on electrics, aren't we?
electrics, brakes, tyres,
And then get the engine,
and engine
running properly.
and then we're good. Then we can actually use it.
It's a usable vehicle.
So once we've got a usable van, that will help. So small wins, little jobs that make it look like you've moved a lot further than you actually have. I think
You
quite
need-
motivational.
You need wins on a project
Yeah.
like this, don't you?
Yeah, because pretty much most things we've looked at, or most things we've done, it's a complete onion. Every time you take something off, it's another 50 jobs you have to add to the list.
It opens up a new layer of shite
Yeah.
that needs doing.
So I think overall we need to just, you need to be prepared that,
Either you need to know someone or be able to weld yourself to a really high standard and
Yeah.
be good at fabricating metalwork, or you need to have several £1,000s to spend that you're willing to throw at it to get the bodywork done.
Yeah.
Because on a 1970s vehicle like this, I think the chances of finding one with even minimal body damage or rust
Yeah.
is going to be extremely rare.
I mean,
unless you buy sort of a finished one.
yeah, we bought this with the whole purpose that we like the rat look aesthetic.
With that comes the obvious.
And with that, yeah, definitely comes the obvious. It would have been all right if the outside was just the aesthetics, but it wasn't. The actual interior,
It's never going to be the case, is it?
is-
If it looks rough on the outside, it's probably going to be rough on the inside.
absolutely. So
Anyway,